Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is our show. And if you don't know already, it's called the Christian and Daniel Show.
Hola, todos.
Hola, hola, mi nombre es Dora. ¿Dónde está mi show?
¿Dónde está Cristian? En la biblioteca.
En la biblioteca
Con lápiz.
Con el lápiz de mi mano. Con tu madre.
El mono de tu papá está en la cocina. Hey there, ¿cómo estás, Nancy? Hello.
Hola,
Hello.
hola, hermana.
¿Cómo estamos? Welcome to the show, everybody. Want to welcoming everybody on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. If you don't mind sharing this on your page so that everybody can watch with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, do us a favor, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on the air. Remember, and we've got shows all week. We've got horoscopes on Monday, Christian and Daniel on Wednesdays, Fridays with Card Devo, Saturdays putting together conversations, and then
Piper.
and then other stuff during the week. Hola, hermanitos, hermanitos.
Hola, mi amores.
It's one of those afternoons.
Tu nombre es Piper.
En español, para ti. It's gonna be one of those days.
No,
It's good to be back. We hadn't.
Yeah, we took a couple weeks off, and we needed it. 1 week we just needed it. We were just not up at 100%. And I am diagnosed, with depression, and not like I'm living in it. I'm in therapy, thank God. But no, I'm diagnosed with, anxiety disorder and depression. And, a lot of depressing things happened to me in 2018 and 2019. And, there's stuff that's happened, stuff that goes on. And sometimes we hit that wall where we're like, I just can't do it. Not because we don't want to, but because our energy level just hits a bottoms out, and we're just like, I can't, I don't have it. We just don't have it in us. So we really appreciate the understanding when we need to do basically a self-care day.
Yep. And
we just love coming back though, because it's always so much fun.
And I've been working so much lately.
Crazy, man, like crazy.
It's been, I know since, what is this now? We're in
April.
April. So March, February, since February, I was in San Antonio, I was in New York, I was in...
Not Chicago. Chicago's coming up.
Where was I?
Oh, El Paso. Phoenix. Yeah.
Look at the calendar. I was in San Antonio, and then New York. And then Albuquerque. No, not Phoenix. Albuquerque.
I thought you went to.
No.
Okay, so Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, and then I'm starting to travel again. I'm going to be in Chicago this next week. So hello, everybody in Chicago. We'll see you out there. Gonna go have some pizza.
Oh, so jealous. Chicago deep dish. We just saw girls eating it on the show we were watching today. Married or was it?
Blind.
Married at First Sight.
Right.
Season 10, which is currently streaming on Netflix.
I had the last week. I just laid in bed one day and was like, I'm just not feeling nothing's wrong. Nothing started. I'm just like, totally.
And you know what though? It's so important that we recognize those days and we just give ourselves, as long as you're not obligated to go into somewhere to work, give yourself that day, or give yourself even a couple hours, whatever it takes, give yourself that moment to be in what you're feeling and acknowledge it and process it. Because if we rush into something, then we're distracted. We're not really there, and it doesn't get processed. Because putting things in the back of the file cabinet does not mean they won't come up again.
No, it wasn't. There was that one day that after one of the trips that I came home, I think it was like a Sunday, and I was like, I'm not, nope, nada.
Yeah, he usually likes to come home and do like he still is working, but he's like, I'm gonna sit and we're gonna watch our TV shows, and then when it's bedtime, we're going to bed.
But then I go through post work depression.
Yeah.
So like if I'm busy with the project and then the project ends, like the next day it'll be a couple of days of
It's like a hangover.
yeah, like I'm just sad and don't want to do anything.
And that's usually when you question if you're doing enough.
Son los tuyos.
Those are words beyond my.
What are people commenting? Huh. Let me check, make sure that I'm not missing comments from people.
Oh, we're seeing Nancy and Piper. I'm sorry, or Rose. Spill the tea, not the rose.
No, they're open. I don't know.
Are you seeing other ones?
Are you seeing more comments than we are? I thought.
We're not on private.
Oh.
We're not on private, are we?
Oh, why don't you see the other comments? Because this one's on YouTube. Is that what you're asking? She's on YouTube, and then you're on Facebook.
Oh.
Yes. So you're the only one commenting on that page right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I forget we're on like all these different places, so they all come from independent chat rooms.
It's a project that you dive into drain you and feel like you have to recharge. Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. But then I feel like I haven't done anything.
And he goes into that, I call it the blues. He goes into that blues where he's like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough to move the dial forward. Am I making a difference?
I'm horrible at that. I'm horrible at like downplaying what I've just done. Like last year when I was traveling,
tremendously down.
When I was emceeing the events and I was traveling, and I would be gone like Friday, and sometimes I would come back till Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Monday evening.
Yeah.
Monday evening, I would be like, I'm not doing anything. Or I would get, or
I don't have enough.
Or remember that I haven't done this in a while, but I used to be so crazy enough that I would fly in Monday morning, get here about 10 o'clock, and I would already be working on something like at noon.
And have to drive all the way home to do something that same day.
Like I would be like, yeah, like
not even give himself a moment.
Not even give him time to rest.
Like he would get here and just leave the bags in the car, use the restroom, and head out.
Aren't we though our biggest critic? Are we? Although I have to admit that lately some of the projects that I've been working on are, I don't know if it's because they're like recorded stuff or they're like being utilized.
They're good.
Like that, my brain is like, okay, you're doing something, you're working on something. But if it's just an event and I'm working it and I'm done, I feel I'm surprised that I didn't feel less crappy on Monday, because I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday doing readings. And then Monday, well, because I was busy Monday.
You're busy Monday.
I was busy Monday.
Back-to-back stuff. We both were. Yeah, and I had it.
Hola, mariposa.
Hola, mariposas. I'm a mariposa.
Thank you. There's a lot of new projects coming up, so I'm going to have a lot more to tell you guys later.
Well, and it's interesting because I had an interesting experience. I talk about being so self-critical. Even though I know I have a very solid background in education and solid background in the classroom and a solid background in tutoring and working with students of all ages, it is, I still come down on myself. Like I have reviewed hundreds and hundreds of essays at this point. Yet one girl had a problem with having me twice. Basically, I went through her paper, took the time, went through it, put all these edits in that need to happen, and they were really important. And then she resubmitted it, and she'd made one of the changes, one of like 20 plus changes that needed to happen. And the major one she totally ignored. So I just put in stronger suggestions, like using her name so she'd get that it's serious. Like, I'm like, blah, 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 you have to do. Well, she chimed into the live classroom and started complaining to someone that she got me twice. And she wants a different tutor's point of view on her paper. It's called lazy. But anyway, that's the non-professional in me. And luckily, I don't ever say that anywhere else. But it's just interesting that I came down on myself so hard in the moment. And it's like I wanted to, really, I worked with a platform manager because obviously a platform manager became involved. And because the other tutor's like, I don't know what to do with this girl. She's complaining about something I can't do anything about. And she wasn't complaining about what I said because I did everything professional and above board. There was nothing negative or anything like that. She just didn't want the same tutor giving her the same advice that she purposefully ignored, willfully ignored. And she just wants someone else to tell her, oh, what you've done is okay, which it wasn't. And it never will be. And every time she turns it in and her teacher gives it back to her because it's not satisfactory, she loses 5 points. My paper wouldn't lose any points.
But how do you, as an educator or how do you?
Thank you. My pie making skills.
How do you? I'm trying to find the right word. But how do you realize that it's not personal?
Oh, that's where my experience comes in because I really learned that lesson the hard way. When I was teaching live in the classroom, I was teaching 5th grade class. There was this girl who was always a troublemaker in classroom. But, you realize as a teacher, once you get a couple years in the classroom, you really build up that wall where you're like, it's not about me. They know my name. They know what car I drive, but they don't know anything about me beyond that other than I'm Mr. Ramirez. And I'm their teacher, that's it. And I apply that wisdom that I hard earned. Because this girl, when I was walking through a door, she walked up to me and pushed me down. And she physically accosted me. And I'm a big guy, and I was way bigger back then. And she pushed me down on my booty, on the ground. And I could have, if I'd taken that personally, I would have responded in a personal way. But luckily, you learn and you are taught. It's drilled into every teacher. Anyone who's going to teach in a real classroom, you learn you have to keep that social distance. Even if that kid pushes you down and touches you, yeah, I love that. It's true. Well, he knows that better than anyone.
Well, this is a good question for everybody.
But he knows what I'm talking about too.
I would have said
And the good thing is, I didn't respond. It went very well. We had a meeting with her mom, and I got to really see where her attitude came from. Why she was such, what teachers would say is a troublemaker. She wasn't a troublemaker. She was a desperate kid for appropriate attention. Because her mom literally beat her in front of us, myself and the assistant principal, the morning we met with her. Her mother, and in Spanish, luckily I don't understand.
Oh, she was Latina?
Oh, yeah. And her mother was just hitting her in the back of the head.
That changes a lot.
She even took off her chancla. So, or it was actually more of a wedge shoe, but we call it a chancla to be friendly.
But I know that I'm watching everybody who's posting. For those of you,
that's exactly it.
Those of you who are professionals who have their own business or do their own thing, how do you separate professional from your personal? And can you do that?
Yeah, that's chancla.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
No, and that is exactly what I said that morning after the meeting to the assistant principal. Obviously, this is the only behavior she knows. Her mom, she's an abused child. I know Latino homes are different. I get it. I know all
that. There's a different definition of abuse.
But unfortunately, you're in a system that doesn't recognize sociocultural norms, such as beating your children.
But that's a good question because, for instance, a lot of work that I do is very personal. My work is a lot, especially the advocacy work, is all about me. So when people criticize my advocacy work, they're criticizing my work, and it's really hard to sometimes bite your tongue and be like.
And you see, and that's like a different dynamic. Like this girl, well, like I said, it's just hard earned. It's you learn when you teach for any amount of time. If you're a teacher of any sort, you learn really quick to have a thick skin. Interestingly enough, a lot of the younger tutors in our company, which most of them are very young, and don't have any, they're not going to be teachers. They don't have any teaching experience. They frequently have way more problems with the students because they take it personal. They don't even acknowledge that they're like, they may not consciously take it personally, but they are. And they just don't have that wisdom and that energy to put up that wall and say, it's not about me.
That makes sense. Here's what my business is, who I am. I work in a very male-based environment, so I have to always be bold and loud, and most people like it because that's me inside and out, thankfully. And but you know, but you're one of those people that like your personality matches your looks, if that makes sense, in a positive way. Like,
well, I mean,
like you make a presence.
You're awesome in and out. That's just the frank.
To me, you just can't let your work take over your life. Yeah.
No, and that's another part of, you know, as Michael knows, teaching in the classroom, you don't want to bring that garbage home with you. Like when you get in your car and drive out of the parking lot, you leave everything that happened that day at school in that building, and you don't bring it home with you. You don't even, a lot of teachers don't even bring it up again. They won't talk about that day if something went wrong. They're just like, nope, I need my life. I need my work-life balance at home. So I know I don't have to live with this, whatever I felt or however, whatever one place.
Oh, you're welcome. But yes, I like what Michael said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for instance,
you can't.
Especially like
you can.
Knowing Michael from the promo world.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're out, even when you're giving away free stuff to people, some people will still make it like
they'll complain about a gift.
Yes, like it's the same T-shirt in the box. Like there's like 100 T-shirts and they're all the same, but you give it to one person and you give it to the person behind them, and they're like, "No, I want like that."
You know what? I call that pulling a Veruca Salt. She got 2 gobstoppers. I want another.
Yeah.
I'm like, and he's like, no, everyone got one, and one is all you'll ever need the rest of your life. Shut up.
But like, I'm even curious, like for instance, Nancy.
And it's a Karen thing now to do that.
Yeah, like I'm curious about like Nancy, who's an artist. And
oh yeah.
If somebody like if
when you're selling your
artwork, and if they don't know it's your artwork and they criticize it, like how does that?
How do you not take that personal? Like, I think like even when artists are in galleries and people walk up and go, "Oh, this is such garbage," and they're like right behind you. How do you not take that personally?
There's a reason why middle teachers drink a lot.
Somebody say that's true. There's a reason. You know what? Obesity,
alcoholism,
addictions, period, are rampant amongst teachers, particularly teachers who teach in live classrooms. You know, it's so funny you have to make that distinction now because there are teachers who only taught online and never actually taught in the classroom. So, but yeah, that is why I can tell you there's a reason teachers are victims to so many addictions and obesity and all this other crazy stuff because you try to find anything that will keep you from feeling during the day if you start to feel.
And I really remember one of my teachers, because for those of you that know, went to junior high in Monterrey, one of my teachers, Mr. Ramiro, he was my English teacher, but he was always drunk. He always showed up drunk or hungover. And because they knew in school that I knew English,
that's crazy.
He would fall asleep at the desk and give me the booklet so that I would write on the board the class. I would teach the English classes. That's why I never took an English class. I mean, an English test.
That's crazy.
Because I basically just passed. But he would fall asleep, but then I would get free tacos because I helped with English class. So he also sold tacos during recess.
Yeah.
Buy the tacos. But see, my taco love goes way back years, folks.
Decades.
Hey, Jesse, ¿cómo estás? How's it going, sir?
Aw, Jesse.
How's the baby? How's the baby?
Yeah.
We need to come and visit. And I just tell myself that we're all different and have different tastes. Yes.
That's exactly it. And that is a wonderful piece of wisdom.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, this is my sister Nancy, right here. And when I'm at home, the picture behind me, that's her picture. That she's the artist of that. So, but yeah, some people like it, some people don't. I mean, yeah, you're right.
Is that
He's
a frog
good. We
face?
call him Frog. He makes frog faces. That's so cute.
I'm sure he's cute like his siblings.
We have to come and visit. So now that you have that one, can we have the other baby?
I know, right? Now, Laura gets so mad when you say that.
I mean, you have 3.
Isn't that enough?
Nobody likes odd numbers. Like we're happy. They have a baby with the most beautiful eyes.
Oh my Lord!
And I want a baby. So that's a whole different show, folks. Whole different show.
Wow. Okay. I want to be pregnant. It'll be a miracle, folks.
I'm going off.
I'm going to put a hole in my
Speaking
diaphragm.
of babies and cravings,
And sweetness.
I was working a market. For those of you in LA, there is an LA meetup pop-up market that is once a month. My friend
In the fashion
Güero,
district.
my friend Güero, who owns a Güero food truck. This is out on Crocker Street.
Yeah, in the fashion district.
It's like 13. If you Google 1310 Crocker Street, it's that block. Anyway, once a month we're there. I'm doing card readings for tips. So if you ever can come make it. But this time there was a lady. She was there last time. And
What's it called? Lopez?
Lopez
Guan.
Lopez Gummies.
Oh, Lopez gummies. I'm all.
So
Guana.
these- Lopez Gummies. I don't know if you can see it. And these are
So good.
these
He
are
was hoping I wouldn't like them.
Yes.
But I really do.
but these are cherries in chamoy.
They're sour cherries.
Yeah, the bags that you buy of the cherries, and
They're horrible. I told Dan.
they're
he
in
doesn't have to-
chamoy, and it's just oh my god. Wait a minute, Michael said, my friend's philosophy: parents need to be parents. Your kids doesn't need you to be their friend. Very true.
Oh yeah.
Very true.
I have friends who had to tell their parents, "I don't want to be your friend. I just need you to be my parent."
Yes. Well, if you come visit, it's date night, so you guys double date with us.
Mm.
But we'll come visit the babies too. You might go for number 4. Just get then we'll really take one.
Wow, number 4. I just love it that you guys just love having your kids in
Yes.
your family.
Okay. These are so good. So the lady from across
And they
from
look delicious.
the lady from across, she was across from me the last time, and then she was there again this time. So I had to go buy them. The funny thing is that the day before, when I was out in in Yucca Valley, I bought a bag of cherries, of these cherry bombs.
Oh, the
Just
sour
to eat.
cherries.
Yeah, I bought a
He
bag,
loves them. Yeah.
and then she had them, and I was like, oh, well now I have to have them. But
And she has them in chamoy nonetheless. And it's so good. Because the salty, it's that delicious saltiness of the chamoy.
but you never had them before.
I've never had these before, no, but oh my God, the saltiness with the sweet, it's like, a recovering food addict, that's like our dream, having the sweet and salty all in one perfectly. I could just sit down and literally eat this whole little package in one sitting.
They're regular cherries.
No, they're totally just regular cherries. I can't do the cannabis stuff too often because I wake up starving. Like I wake up with the munchies hardcore, and my stomach hurts. And if I get too hungry, unfortunately for me, it turns into something uglier.
No, you can.
I think cannabis cherries now.
Mhm.
I have these
But now I'm
amazing.
chewing on this then.
I have these amazing cannabis gummies that are incredible. They have the best
I still haven't
flavor.
tried them. I've been wanting to try them.
They're really good. But you will sleep very soundly if you take 2.
So,
That's the reason we usually don't eat during the show.
but the next pop-up market is May 1st because Mother's Day is coming.
May 1st, May Day.
So,
And is it after May 1st you could wear white again?
is it?
I have no idea.
I don't know. We're not that kind of kittens.
I know. I don't know. I wear white. I don't wear white hardly ever. So
What is coming up is Easter.
Esther.
Easter. So, how do y'all celebrate Easter? I miss Easter with Nancy
With little kids.
because the kids and you hide the eggs and
But there's only 2 kids and only one's old enough to go after eggs.
No more hiding the huevos. I had to say it. Sorry. I had to. So with that in mind, we found a TikTok.
Oh my lord! I could see why so many kids are scared of rabbits.
So let's take a look.
I mean, come on. Who approved of this? That one literally looks like
It's like serial killers.
Like I keep wondering, are these all kidnapped children? Or were they all kidnapped by a bunny? A crazy man in a bunny costume? Yeah, that's exactly
April
it.
20th, we're supposed to wear green. And April 20th.
Why? Is it an Earth Day thing or something?
Of course you still do it. Of course.
Really?
Of course.
With who? What kids?
You don't need kids. You can have fun without the kids.
So I would pay money to see a video of Alberto, Carlito, Alexis, Alexa, all these big adults running around. I know the hummingbird.
I'm having trouble here.
Alexa, be quiet.
I just pointed out there's a hummingbird that just came up to the window, so it's really cool.
It's like right outside the window. Look.
But Easter is fun. I mean, we should do something for Easter.
Again, it's another holiday that I was never permitted to celebrate or have fun with.
You put
I never.
small bottles of wine in the eggs.
There you go. That's really clever.
Huevos borrachos.
I love it.
Earth Day, yes. Call it that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is Earth Day on April 20th. I guess it is.
I know the
For
Earth
you?
will be here long after me, so the Earth will survive us.
Huevos borrachos for Easter. That's a whole new. Then you end up with those costumes like the one.
Yeah. Then those costumes look reasonable to you when you're completely out of your mind.
Get the tío borracho and put on a costume for. I do miss it. I do miss being around kids during Easter. It's fun.
And they see it so differently because it's not, it's not about, the religious stuff. It's just about having fun on a beautiful day.
I can't quite remember though if we celebrated Easter when I was a kid. Like I don't remember.
We didn't. I was forced to go to church.
I don't know.
I didn't get Easter eggs. All my friends would get like Easter baskets. It was like another Halloween. They would get like all this candy, and I'd be like so jealous because I didn't get anything.
I
got like the Palm Sunday thing. I got the palms.
There are times I question them. I was, dude.
No.
For those of you, Marco Moran and I met during a promotion event for Honeybee. Michael was the
Oreo Cheerios.
the oats, the honey oats bee.
I thought Cheerios did that.
Was it Cheerios? No, it's not.
Yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios, yeah.
Yeah,
so
they have
Michael
the bee.
was the bee, and I was
Which could look kind of creepy.
I was working, and that's how we met when he was. We didn't, right? No, I didn't remember having like a basket or anything. I don't remember. Like the only thing I remember is making the dye in the egg at school. But I don't remember.
Yeah, I did that in school too. I think I did it once when I was a little kid at home. My mom snuck some in, and we did it during the day.
But yeah, for those of you, so I was saying Michael and I were. But sometimes the mascots that they create for these events,
Again, and you're going, who approved this? Like, what marketing team looked at this thing and said, this is a good one?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them out there that scare kids to death.
yeah, Cheerios Honeybee, Buzzbee. There you go. Yeah, I have a picture with Michael in the costume the day I met him. So we go way back, Michael and I. What else is going on? Yeah, well, I just wrote surprise Easter.
Shock, surprise.
So what do y'all have planned for Easter? What do y'all do? Because obviously it's Sunday. I leave on Monday, but are you working Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's working. So I guess we're not going to die any huevos. No huevos are going to die in this house.
No, I've been working so much. I've been like going with one day off a week, and I have to fit laundry and everything. I have to do everything I can't do on a work day in there. And it's insane. That day off turns into like a work day, just different type of work. But that, we all got to do what we got to do to make ends kind of meet.
So we were talking at the beginning of the show about we're watching the new season of we just finished watching
The Gilded Age.
no the movie the dating show. We just finished watching
Love at First Sight.
Love at First Sight.
Love at First Sight.
Blind Love.
No, Love is Blind. You're right.
Love is Blind. So we just finished watching.
God, there's so many of them.
Okay. Our 10-year anniversary is in a couple months. Aww, Michael.
Aw.
And look for eggs with wine.
I know.
She was just
Actually, what I want to do is you get the bigger plastic eggs, like the medium size, and then you buy those little chocolate bottles of liquor, and you put those.
I think that's what she's talking about.
Oh, okay. And then you put those in it, and then you get a little chocolate and a little kick.
See, that's what she was saying. We put bottles of wine in the eggs.
Why
She's
not?
already a step ahead of you. She's all
She's
wine
like,
over there.
We got this.
But we just finished watching the last season of Love is Blind, and the combo of relationships. When we started dating, what was the biggest culture shock or about dating a Latino? Or have you dated Latinos before? We never dated. I was the first Latino you ever
You're the
dated.
first and apparently the only.
So, what was the biggest because for those of you that don't know the show, they meet within these
With a-
pods.
Yeah, and they have a barrier between them, so they can't
so
see
they
each other.
and then they meet once they propose. After they propose, they can
Well,
meet.
they
in person.
meet and they talk. They go on little dates, but not dates out. They're just meeting each other in these pods,
Right. So
and
they
they
see each
develop a
other.
relationship and get to know each other on an emotional level.
And then once the guy proposes or the girl proposes, then they're allowed to meet. But then they're going straight to getting married.
Yeah, 2 weeks from their wedding.
So they really don't know much about each other when they do that. So was there something when we got together? Because for those of you that don't know, we're coming on 10 years together. So
Yeah.
The first and only. All right, what's your name?
I think she's agreeing with me.
Oh, okay. And so was there something that you were surprised or shocked or shocked?
No, it's just I think what always shocked me was it took you 2 years to accept that we were boyfriends.
That's not even what we're talking about. Not even. But if you want to know the story,
But was there anything shocking about you mean?
yeah, was there anything surprising about dating? a
Oh,
Latino?
everything was surprising about dating a Latino. When you've only dated white, tall, athletic white men, going to a Latino is a huge culture shift. Things there were just things that he if I had a meal, he would look at it and be like, are you going to put anything on there for taste? I didn't use salt when we met. I never used salt.
I don't think you had that many
I
spices in your.
I didn't use a single drop of any type of salsa. I didn't have a taste for heat. No, it was a major culture shock. And then, when he made his first meal for me, I remember I was just I can't even eat this. Not because it wasn't delicious, but because I didn't know, I wasn't capable of enjoying it yet because I hadn't gotten burned in yet with salsas and serranos.
You're welcome to use that, folks. I burned them in.
He burned me in, and oh no, but Daniel, when we met, I think he might have thought he was bougie, but he hadn't.
But I wasn't.
But he hadn't met bougie till he met me.
No, I was very earthy. I was not bougie at
I mean, he was driving a car with half a front end on it. And it was all done up in the back, the trunk leaked. I mean, come on, how bougie can you be when you're driving that?
I was not.
It was scratched up. Oh, poor baby Howard.
Howard was bad.
Howard was in a bad
I mean,
way.
he was nice before we met, but
He was nice at one point before we met.
no, I wasn't. I mean, I'm taquero. I'm good with bean and egg tacos for dinner with salad.
And I the thought of a bean, an egg taco, or beans. I was just ugh. Like the only beans I knew were out of a Rosarita can, and you just look like dog food. You put it in a fry pan and you just let it melt down.
Well, I think, I don't know if I mean, for me, duct tape, it did have some duct tape on it.
It had a lot of duct
It
tape
did
on
have duct tape on it. Although I sawed half of the bumper off because that's what I had. Yeah, I had an accident.
And he also sawed off like the wiring for the right side fog lamp. He had no idea what he was doing. He just sawed everything.
I had an
off.
accident. I didn't have insurance to cover it, so I sawed it off. I think that the biggest shock for me was that, and I told him the first visits, that his place smelled like a hospital.
Oh yeah, he was like, it smells like bleach.
It smells like bleach. It just
I'm
smelled
all,
like
you mean it smells
bleach.
clean?
Like everything,
That's what a clean
everything
place
smells like
smells
bleach. And I was like, it smells like
And
a
he
hospital.
hates that. He hates that with a passion. Like I have to wait to clean my bathroom till he leaves and goes home so I can actually clean with the bleach and with the windows open because he really can't. And I think since the cancer and being in the hospital so much, which always smelled antiseptic like that,
That's
it's
probably
even
it.
worse now. It's even worse
Probably
now.
it.
You probably got that from being when
Probably
you were diagnosed with
Because
AIDS.
remember, there was one day when in my apartment when I was going through chemo,
And I cleaned
and
with
Chris
bleach.
decided to clean the bathroom, and the vent wasn't pulling the smell fast
Well,
enough.
we hadn't gotten up there and cleaned the vent, so it was pretty well clogged with dust.
And I was dying.
He was
so mad.
And he was already feeling so nauseous and sick, it did not help. And it took hours. It takes hours for bleach to like fade away when he really does.
That's why Patty, the cleaning lady that comes to my house, I don't know if Patty,
She only gets allowed to use Fabuloso.
she only cleans now when I'm out of town.
Yeah.
So she'll clean the day before I come home, so that it's clean, but it has time to.
But the smells all go away.
Yeah, I think that was my biggest. And then the food, because I love spicy food, and I just couldn't I couldn't understand how you not.
All I wanted, I was like a tuna casserole. No, it doesn't need pepper or salt. Just can of whatever. Yeah, what was it? Can of cream of mushroom soup, some tuna and
And you were grumpier when I met you.
stuff.
You
Oh,
were a little grumpier when I met you, and I was surprised.
I was early in my recovery. That's a big part of it. And I also was, I was just grumpier. Like things it pissed me off a lot.
That's true, Michael. Chris is
Yeah.
bleached, Daniel Fabuloso.
The purple one. But yeah, I was much more irritable back then, and I had way shorter fuse than I do now.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, this guy has it so good, and he's such a bitch.
Yes.
I say it with love.
Yeah.
The other thing that really connected us, though,
Alexa, turn on dining room light 1.
the other thing that really, this was not it was more of a surprise. The thing that surprised me about you was that you were so spiritually connected, that you did have gifts, and I had not.
But I really hadn't acknowledged
Yeah,
that.
but I hadn't met anybody that had gifts, really, other than at the shop. So it was interesting to meet somebody that I wanted to date. So for those of you that don't know, I mean, obviously most everybody knows that I have intuitive gifts and Christian does mediumship work. And so it was really cool to meet somebody that was able to do that. So anyway.
It's interesting. Last night in the bathroom, there's a spirit that for some reason likes to go in the bathroom, and I have these suction cup soap dishes on the wall of the shower. Now they're stuck on there. It's hard for me to pull them off the wall once they're stuck on because they really suction on. This spirit goes in there and rips it. Always the same one. It's always the one with Daniel soap really in it. Rips it off and throws it to the bottom of the bathtub. And it will be at random times. There's no set time. Oh, I know it's a he. He goes in there and does it, and whenever he feels like it, apparently, or when he has the energy to do it.
And it's loud.
And that happened last night. And then Daniel put it back up. And it wasn't before you even left the bathroom.
I was
He pulled it down again.
I was still peeing. I went in the bathroom, put it up, and I went into pee.
Yeah.
And then
It pulled it down.
and the only thing I could do was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I heard him scream, "Oh shit!"
This is the first time
He's done it with you right there,
And it scared me. Like, what the hell? Like,
which is the point. You know, he wanted this. This one likes to feed off fear. So I just get angry. I don't even get angry. I just get like, I'm like, you're just being stupid, and you're not going to get my attention. It's like a little kid. I don't want to give him what he wants for his misbehavior.
so anyway,
Anyway, it's always an interesting experience.
so what about you? Those of you that have a partner, what was the first thing that surprised you, shocked you, amazed you about your partner when you met? And you were like, wow, like I didn't know people did this.
Or, wow, there's such a
Well,
prude.
do you remember what the first? I don't remember what the first thing I cooked for you was. Probably tacos.
Oh, and he liked corn tortillas, which in the old days I couldn't stand. I'm like, ooh. Oh, you eat the.
You eat corn
Aren't these the tortillas of the poor?
Oh.
These are poor tortillas.
In the village, in my village in Mexico,
Yeah.
we only eat corn tortillas.
Corn tortillas, and we ride the burros with our
And
bonitos.
now he's the kind of guy that eats these, and he'll put salsa in his burrito.
I won't put it in it.
And huh?
I don't do it like that. You know that. I
But,
drink it.
but don't you put some on top? Okay, so he drinks.
I take a shot.
He takes shots of
I
salsa.
take a bite, and I take a shot of salsa. I take a bite. Because to pour it on, it just doesn't work. I just, yeah. So I
that's
gotta
where
take a
it is
little
now.
shot. So
And for
I,
those of you that know Christian, no, I mean, he's very picky about food, and so to eat something, it's cool.
like when we first met, I could not have eaten a meal with Ellie, and she makes the most delightful food
Yeah.
ever. And so does Laura, and so does Sarah. So do everyone in that family that cooks.
that family is really good.
You guys are amazing cooks. I could never, like, if we had gone over there when I first met you, I would never been able to eat their food because it was just too much.
You
for me.
didn't meet her till cancer, right?
Right, or a little bit before.
Right? Yeah.
And then after cancer, we spent a lot of time with them. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Ooh,
With
ragu.
homemade demi plates, with whipped potatoes,
Demi-glace.
and now I'm stuck in the kitchen forever. We go to fancy places because of me. There you go.
So win.
Demi-glace.
A demi-glace.
We're getting back into
I only
watching.
do demi-glace.
Well, you know,
It's just like us with the aioli. I'm like, Daniel, is the aioli in the refrigerator? And he goes, why, yes, it is. Would you like the mayonnaise?
con limon.
Yeah.
I learned a lot while cooking. Actually, I learned a lot watching worst cooks in America.
4 years?
How long did it take
Took
them
4
to
years.
introduce you to his family? It took longer.
5 years? It was
It was
right before cancer, but after your hernia surgery. It was right when
They came in the summer of that
but
July.
that wasn't the first time I met them, was it?
Yes.
Oh, it was. Okay. And they had a red Chevy Cruze as the rental car.
The mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, so we met in 2012. In May, in fact, our anniversary of meeting each other is coming up. We met May 9th of 2012. And
Sorry,
then,
excuse me.
then my family came to visit in July of
Because
20.
you were still
Of
pretty
2015.
bad way. Like you couldn't even get up. And
They came in July of 2015 to visit.
and you were you're not at the height of your treatments, but you were at the beginning of your treatments, and it was knocking you on your butt. Like you
Yeah,
couldn't
exactly.
get, you could get off.
I was
the couch.
already skinny. I was already pretty skinny.
Yeah, and he was already covered in
Yeah.
blankets on the couch
So-
all day.
12, 13,
So I remember
13, 14, 15.
we
So
knew
it took 3 years.
we knew we couldn't go.
Was
with
it?
them.
Yeah, it took.
It was 3 years.
3 years when you.
So I was right.
But then it.
3,
and
4
then,
years.
And then the following year, we ended up going to Texas to meet my dad, and
And mom.
came to meet my mom. Yeah. I would like to say she was a partner. She was a huge crush at the time. Aw, she still likes cheese, so took her to a grilled cheese shop and ice skating. Aw, that is so sweet. Was that when you were up at school, Michael?
Who? What?
This girl. It was this girl that he liked.
Oh,
I learned from Iron Chef America and Chopped. Yes, Chopped has some really good stuff.
And Dan and I have learned from Master Chef and watching all these shows. We learn these little things like you're shocking what you remember.
Which, if you're not watching Master Chef Junior,
Oh, it's so good.
watching those kids cook really intimidates me. But they have some good stuff. Hey, like, you ready?
Oh, sure. Oh, I thought you were going to make it me exclusively.
I can't cut me
Oh, you're
out.
sitting here. Oh. Hi, guys. My pick of the week is Endgame. It's all one name, lowercase g, not two words. And it's called Endgame. It stars Lorena Baccarin, who is one of the most beautiful actresses I to this day that I've ever seen. She plays kind of like a criminal mastermind, but she actually is working for good, not bad. And she's exposing those who are hiding in plain sight but are totally corrupt, like a lot of the government officials and stuff like that. And this whole show is about her and her odd relationship with this FBI agent who's kind of figuring out how she's doing things because she always seems to be like 5 steps ahead of every other agency and everyone. And she lets herself get caught. So they all think they have the upper leg, but they don't because she wanted to be caught so she could start exposing all these American politicians and stuff who are corrupt. It is fantastic. It is just one of those shows that every time it ends, it's written so well that you just want to go back and watch more. Like you cannot stop watching it. And Lorena Baccarin, like I said, she's so easy on the eyes. She is probably one of the few women where I'm like, I don't know. If the opportunity arose, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even come close to that. But I would love her as a friend because she's so pretty. I could like take her everywhere and go, this is Lorena Baccarin, my friend. She's very pretty. She's not your friend. She's mine.
Are you done?
So if you hear this, Lorena, hi, Lorena. Call me.
Are you done now?
I'm done.
Yeah, good. So we finished binge watching because we saw it like in 2 days, maybe 3 days. The Gilded Age. If you have not
I'm
seen
gonna let
it,
you have your moment.
this is a timepiece. It is set. I can't remember.
Oh, 1800s, 1880s.
Late 1800s.
Yeah,
maybe?
1880s New York.
And the cast is amazing. The cast is amazing. So
Oh, and every time we'd see a
so
character.
this is your or is this mine? So the Gilded Age, the cast. If you know the names, you know the names. Christina Baranski, Cynthia Nixon, Audra McDonald, Nathan Lane, just named a few. And one of the title person really, her name is Marianne Brooks is the name of the character. The actress is Louisa Jacobson, and she is the daughter of Meryl Streep. So
I think she's the younger daughter.
I think so. But this is a period piece, and it's about love and money and power and how things worked in like old New York back at the turn of the century. In fact, they show a piece where the electricity like for the first time. So but there's a lot of love and backstabbing and money, and Nathan Lane became my favorite character of the show. But if you liked Bridgerton, you will like this show. So this is like the American version of that. So if you enjoy Bridgerton, you're gonna watch the show. The Gilded Age. We watched it on Hulu. So if you have Hulu,
No, we didn't.
I thought we watched it on
No, we
Hulu.
streamed it on HBO Max. It's
Oh.
HBO Max.
Okay, HBO
My
Max.
show Endgame is actually on Hulu.
Okay, well it's on HBO Max, so go check it out. It is an amazing show, and I think you'll like it. Go check it out.
I can't even imagine someone not liking it unless you're so against like old times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was the.
Mhm.
What are y'all watching? What are your peaks of the week? What are you into? And remember, we like even watching old stuff because I went
Ooh,
back and
excuse me.
watched. Oh shoot! I just lost the name of the show. It was after The Closer. The Closer ended and this one started.
I forgot what the show is called. I know what you're talking about.
It was after The Closer, and this show started right after that.
It was like more about the team she was working on rather than.
Yes. Major Crimes. Major Crimes. So I started watching Major Crimes again because it's such a good show. So I went back and I play it when I'm working in the background. So that's a really good show. What did we watch? What did we just start? Married at First Sight.
Married at First
Sight.
Which it's season 10 is our current season. and it's about people who are matched up by professionals, by psychiatrists, psychologists, relationship, whatever these people, all their qualifications are innumerable. And they match people up, but these people have never met. So they are, I stopped watching it, by the way. I can't watch it anymore. So they have never met. They don't even know each other looks like, don't even know each other's names, but they're told you've got a match. So in 2 weeks, you're going to be marrying your match. And they go through all the rigmarole, the bachelor party, buying your dress, buying your tux, everything. And then you don't know what's going to happen until they are up on the altar. And you never know who's going to say yes or who's going to say no. And they don't even know what each other looks like. Remember, they know nothing. It's like an arranged marriage.
Yeah, the main track.
It is. It's a show about arranged marriages, but it's a big deal. It's weird here because we don't do arranged marriages. But I was telling Daniel, if they did this show in India, no one would watch it. They're like, yes, this is real life.
But
This is how it works.
But anyway, to answer Michael's question, I watched one episode, the first episode, and it kind of turned me off. No, I didn't even watch the first episode.
You didn't make it through.
I watched whatever episode you were watching, like third or fourth episode, and it just really didn't.
I was watching it and I was digging it because it was so much darker and it wasn't as dorky as the first one because I didn't like the Prince of Bel-Air. I never watched it. I watched like one episode and I got sick of it. And I didn't like it. Was cheesy for its time. That was normal. And this one was so nice and dark and more real feeling. But no, after the Oscars thing, I can't even look at that actor in that. I can't even watch the show. I can't watch anything that he's supporting.
From what I hear, they're not coming back with season 2. So
I am sure what he did affected the viewership.
Well, a lot of things. Not that I want to get onto the politics of it, but they were about to do. What was the movie he did? Where he's out by himself. Remind me, folks. There's a movie where Will Smith is off on his own, where everybody dies. Oh, God.
I don't remember the name of the first. Legend or something?
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend? Is that
it?
They were making a
Yeah,
sequel?
I Am Legend. I Am Legend. So they were going to do I Am Legend 2, but now he's not doing it.
Well,
the
studio won't want him.
The guy that played the Rocky movie thing, the young black guy.
Then, I know who you're talking about. I don't know.
The guy that played the son of
Creed.
Creed, yeah. Oh, that's the name.
He was in the movie Creed.
Yeah. So that guy's taken over.
Basically, his career, he's kind of ended his own career.
There's going to be a Bad Boys
3.
3.
The 2 wasn't even that good.
Which are not good. Michael B. Jordan, thank you. And yes, I Am Legend. I Am Legend. Arranged marriages, yes. I worked one before this shut down. Oh, wow. Oh, because you DJ, right? You do DJing, I like and stuff. Yeah, I Am Legend. So Michael B. Jordan's going to be doing that. French Prince got canceled. But what did I just say? Bad Boys 3 is not going to happen. There's a lot of projects.
Well, did anyone want that to happen? It's not like Bad Boys 2 did so well.
I never saw one.
So. Well, Bad Boy 2, no, this would be Bad Boys 4. Because they did a 3 and it didn't do great. So I'm surprised they were going to make a 4.
But there are several projects that he lost out of.
Because what he did.
People just don't want to work with him anymore.
And people don't want to watch. And as the audience, people don't want to watch him because they don't want to support him in any way because they feel like what he did was so wrong. You know what's weird? I'll gamble her career. I don't think it will because she's already filming movies. She's currently.
Well, she has a production company, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think so. She's currently making films. And
she's got a lot of. I think she feels protected by. I think did we talk about the Scientology thing? Like I think they're Scientologists, so I think she has a lot of protection, and I haven't seen her in anything recent. I haven't seen anything recent that I liked in either way.
I have. I saw something with her in it recently. She played a bad guy. She played like an assassin. She was on The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, the new Equalizer show, which I love, by the way, and it's fantastic. Jada was on there as a co-star for a 2-episode arc. So she's working. I'm sorry. I think she'll be fine because she didn't go up there and slap Chris Rock. That's the point. She
think-
didn't do anything technically wrong.
I think her reputation within the industry has kind of like people kind of like.
I think they're actually filming another Girls Trip, but like Girls Trip 2. I think they're doing another one too.
The last time I saw her that I liked something she did was with, I think it was with Queen Latifah, where they break into a bank or they steal something.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
Do
about.
you ever remember that movie? Like they broke into something and then they get shot. I think she's the last one standing. But then she plays these same characters. Oh,
Yeah, she really does play.
I did like her in what was the Batman show? Gotham.
Yeah,
I did like her in Gotham, and then she
she
left.
was Moon something.
Yeah, and then she
was-
left, and then she come back. When she come back, I didn't like her anymore. But when she was the first season, Equalizer TV show, the Queen Latifah version the original was excellent.
Yeah, I like both the
The
original.
original was excellent, and this one is good too.
It's a nice new take, and I do like that it's Queen Latifah. I just love Queen Latifah.
She's cool.
We went and saw her show. I think twice. Did we see it twice or just once?
3 times.
We saw it 3 times. Her when she had her own talk
Because
show.
remember one time we went in the morning
Oh,
and
that's
stayed
right.
till the
That's
evening.
right. And she's right over here at Sony's, and it was just so. She was so nice, and she came out and talked to everyone, and she really would have met everyone if she had the time.
And she had the brownie bite
Oh yeah, I should
They give-
the brownie.
because we
crisp.
had VIP tickets.
Yeah, so we got all the treats and goodie bags, and or what do they call it? Not goodie bag. Oh, whatever. It's a goodie bag.
We want to remind everybody, remember to catch us. Where is it? There we go. Remember to catch us every
Swag bag.
Swag bags. There we go. Remember, we're here every Wednesday with the Christian and Daniel Show. On Fridays, the Card Devo, and on Saturdays, put it together at noon. Although every once in a while, I throw in special shows during the week. Right now, I'm traveling quite a bit, so some shows might get postponed. Watch us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Hashtag Little Mexican Productions Inc. And go watch it. Go follow us. Or go check out our website, littlemexicanproductions.com. We're putting new stuff up there, so go check it out. I'll be posting my book there soon because it's probably up for sale. One more question before we go. What do you think it would take for Will to win people's respect again?
I don't know.
He's going to have to go to treatment, go through some kind of anger management treatment or something, and probably leave. He would have to leave Jada.
I think he needs to just carry around
We should
an
ask.
emotional support animal.
I
I want him to have an animal so
Oh.
like whenever he gets mad, he strangles it.
think he was really loved. I think he has a lot of secrets within him. He has a lot of self.
I think it's a lot of self-loathing.
Yeah, and she's not good. She's not a good person.
Well, I saw this whole thing where people were saying she's a toxic woman. She's
Yes.
toxic. I don't know about that, but it takes 2 to tango. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as an
But
innocent.
this is the reverse roles of when a woman is the abused, and he's being mentally and
I mean,
psychologically.
when the woman is the abuser.
No, I said this is the reverse of when a woman, like we don't normally see it in men, but
Mhm.
he is being sexually and psycho.
Well, all of a sudden, Daniel knows Will Smith.
If you want,
Hi, Laura.
I know you don't have to know him to know the signs. What question needs? Yeah, he'll make a comeback. If we've forgotten other people that.
I mean, he made that movie that everyone hated with his son. What do they call that? Earth, Back to Earth, or some sci-fi movie that everyone hated. I actually liked it, but everyone hated it, and he came back. He came back from that. So
Yeah, he's just making.
I mean, people hated that movie.
A little late, but you can always watch it. Remember, folks, if you missed part of the show, go back and watch us here on YouTube or whatever channel you're watching on. Watch the replays. We like the numbers. For now, we want to thank all of you for watching. Thank you for joining
Thank
us. We will see you back. Oh, no, not next week because I'm going to be in Chicago next
So
week.
the week after.
The
that.
week after.
In 2 weeks.
Mark it on your calendars. We'll be back in 2 weeks with Marcus and Daniel. Until then, love you guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.